Welcome to the BSS DCP-555 Web Interface Overview video. In this video, we will step through the process of connecting to the web interface of the DCP-555. After that, an overview of the available menus and their options will be provided. By default, both network ports on the DCP-555 are configured for DHCP. It is suggested that a router or switch with support for DHCP be used in the initial setup process in order to provide an IP address to the device. To access the web interface, you will need to do the following. Connect your computer and DCP-555 to the same network. Cat5e or better cable is recommended. Ethernet port A or B may be used to connect to the device, and in this demonstration, we are using port A. Connect power to the DCP-555 and wait about 1.5 minutes for it to fully boot up. Use the control knob to navigate through the menu until you see Ethernet port A on the front display. Note the IP address displayed. Within a web browser such as Chrome, enter the IP address of the DCP-555. You should now see the web interface login page. On the right side of the middle of the page, you should see a password field. Enter the password administrator. The password is case sensitive and can be changed within the user settings. Hit enter or click the sign in text. You should now be logged into the web interface of the DCP-555. Once in the web interface, the first page you will see is the dashboard. It provides access to device configurations which may be created or uploaded from a file. Several pre-built room configurations for various types of installations may be downloaded from the BSS DCP-555 product webpage. If a configuration is already loaded to the DCP-555, it will appear with a blue check mark. Hovering over a configuration will reveal the options to either download the configuration file or rename it. The dashboard may be accessed at any time through the available dashboard icon. The gear icon will provide access to several setting options depending on where you are within the interface. When outside a configuration, only network and device settings are available. Network information for ports A and B can be found in the Network Settings menu. From here, DHCP IP address details may be viewed or a static IP address may be assigned. In order for changes to take effect, be sure to press the Reconfigure button. You will be disconnected from the device, and after a few moments, you may then enter the appropriate IP address and log in again. From the device settings, the current firmware version may be viewed and updated. An internet connection is required to download the firmware. However, it may be downloaded at an earlier time and uploaded from a local drive on your computer. The front panel settings such as lockout and display functionality may be adjusted here. And finally, a locate option is available. This will cause the front panel to flash on and off, making it easy to locate a specific unit when several are racked together. Selecting the puzzle piece icon will navigate you to the BSS DCP-555 product webpage to download the third-party control API guide. The question mark icon provides access to the online help file. And finally, the user icon allows us to change the login password or sign out. If you take a moment to jump into an available configuration, you'll first find yourself in the schematic view. The schematic view provides audio settings and is where the setup of the inputs, outputs, mixing, and signal routing are handled. In another video, we'll take a closer look at how we may use some of these options. Taking a look at the gear icon, several new options are now available. Selecting the audio settings will bring you to the current schematic view. Network and device settings operate as you saw earlier. BlueLink settings will display relevant BlueLink info. When using the DCP-555 with other BlueLink-enabled devices, a BlueLink master clock may be assigned by changing the priority to a value between 0 and 254. A device with a higher BlueLink priority will become the master clock. For VoIP functionality to exist, call manager info may be added through the VoIP settings available under the gear icon. This info should be available from the network administrator. Once the VoIP settings have been entered and reconfigured, the dialer for each line may be accessed by the customer through the automatically generated IP addresses shown here. GPIO settings allow for the configuration of analog control. Drop-down menus may be utilized to quickly set up the configuration for a Contrio ACV to control volume parameter, a contact closure to have access to a mute parameter, and an LED to provide status on an assigned parameter. Up to 2 relays may also be configured to control external devices according to the state of a parameter within the DCP-555. To support an external control device, RS-232 is available. RS-232 details may be viewed under the corresponding RS-232 settings. These settings are fixed and may not be changed. While settings like the audio settings are saved in real time, a save icon in the upper right corner may be used to manually save any changes, or you may select Save As to generate a new configuration. Selecting the Save As option and providing a name will update the currently loaded configuration and place it in the dashboard. This concludes our overview of the BSS DCP-555's web interface. Thanks for watching.